Hey guys, it's been a really long time. You know it's been long because I took all my rings off for a change. But I have these nails and they sound cool when I tap on things, so I figured we could look at some books. So let's just jump straight into it. I just finished my first semester of senior year at university. So I have some of my work from that. It just sounds really good. This is my Kindle. Honestly, this thing is super old. I think I got it for one of my birthdays once. I don't really remember at this point. Drink some water. But yeah, I don't think these get enough hype, to be honest. I've shown this before actually, but this is my moon journal. The contents are quite personal, so I'm not going to open it all the way up. But on every new moon or full moon, I will write a little entry in this journal. And when I read them back, I can really see my goal setting process and how well I'm doing with it. So it's actually really helpful for staying on track. These are notes for class. I didn't take too many. I wouldn't consider myself too much of a note taker, to be honest. Although I do love writing in this planner. So I actually got this. I believe it was at Barnes & Noble in Santa Monica. And it's called the Llewellyn's, I don't know how to pronounce that, I'm sorry, Witch's Date Book. And so basically it's your standard like run-of-the-mill planner, except you can see that it includes different signs. We're in the full moon, what quarter we're in. Oh, sorry. tells you about the equinoxes, the solstices, teaches you different rituals. But I do want to show you the schedule part. Let's see if this is something I can show you. So all of these actually pertain to like things that are due or work that I have to do. Ooh, a date. But as you can see, every date is titled with a color of the day, the moon, what phase it's in, and what sign we're in. It has events, little like tidbits like olive wood brings peace and prosperity, and it's a recipe for a grilled cheese with olive tapenade, which sounds really good. But yeah, I just think it's so cute. It tells you the Mercury retrogrades and the moon with the actual title of what it's called. So I have all my to-do lists and such. Oh, would you look at that? Published annually since 1998, and that was the year I was born, folks. That's really cool, actually. There's their information to follow, Llewellyn Books. But yeah, I love this. I definitely want to buy the next edition once I'm finished. She's very well used. This is a new edition that Dermalogica Clear Start sent me, but I really like the feel fabric. And then this is like a corkscrew kind of feel. There's like these little slots for notes or whatever it may be. I've been using this to work on influencer stuff, so I'm not gonna out myself with that. Okay. So this is actually my main notebook for school. But again, I don't really take much notes. That's it for the whole day. It's really great though. It has sections with folders, so I fit all my classes into here. Really like it. So we're gonna save this one for last because I feel like I would like to read from this a little bit at the end, if that's okay. So we're gonna set that to the side here. So here we have passing judgment, praise and blame in everyday life. A tree and leaves shedding off by Terry Apter. Honestly, the reason why I purchased this was because it was in the sale section and it caught my eye, and I purchased it. Do you know that praise is essential to the growth of a healthy brain? The experiences of praise and blame affect how long we live. Do you think people shouldn't be judgmental? How judgmental are you? Keenly perceptive relational psychologist and writer Terry Apter reveals how everyday judgments impact our relationships and how praise, blame, and shame shape our sense of self. I started reading it only very briefly so far, but it is quite interesting. So yeah, I'm looking forward to reading this a little bit more. I'm quite interested in psychology as well, so it isn't a part of my major actually, but I think it could be a cool thing to do for masters. So this is a New York Times bestseller. 100 Notable Books 2019. So I do like this book, but I guess it just wasn't really what I thought it was gonna be. So it says, Gia Tolentino is a peerless voice of her generation, tackling the conflicts, contradictions, and sea changes that define us in our time. Basically, it's a collection of 9 essays about our generation, or it's more like the millennial generation, but I feel like it's still relatable for me reading, even though I am technically Gen Z. But yeah, it's interesting. I think I need to read a little more. I only read this much. See, my habit is starting a lot of books and purchasing a lot of books, but never really finishing. Although I did recently finish my year of rest and relaxation. I don't have it here, but it was so good. I really recommend that book. It was recommended to me by my friend Chris. So talking about books I haven't read enough of. This novel is called Ghosts of New York. So far, I only read one chapter and not too much has happened. But I'm really excited to read more about it. I love things set in New York. Like Sex and the City, for example. Just so good. I don't know, there's something so right about it. So I did really like the chapter that I read so far. I actually forgot I had this. So I have to stop buying more. Now this I've actually shown this before as well. Please excuse any outdoor noises. It's still daytime here, so. This is the Kiss, but it's actually my journal. My actual, just normal one, not like moon journal. I've actually written quite a bit. It's like half written in. I would say a little more than half. I really like how small it is, and it has this little magnet which makes it easy to keep nice and tidy. I feel like this was another Barnes & Noble moment, but I don't know because there's no actual like tag on it anywhere. So I'm not sure, but it's so gorgeous and it catches the light so nicely. And these are all raised up. It's like 3D. It's just so good. Okay. Now this is a #1 New York Times bestseller, more than 1 million copies sold. This is The Untethered Soul, The Journey Beyond Yourself by Michael A. Singer. So this is kind of like, well, it says right here, self-help transformation. I was recommended this book by a friend. It kind of makes me think of the other books I've talked about before, like the 4 Agreements, that series. But it says on the back, who are you really? What would it be like to be free from limitations and soar beyond your boundaries? What can you do each day to find this kind of inner peace and freedom? The Untethered Soul offers a simple, profoundly intuitive answer to these questions. Whether this is your first exploration of inner space or you've devoted your life to the inward journey, this book will transform your relationship with yourself and the world around you. The untethered soul begins by walking you through your relationship with your thoughts and emotions, helping you uncover the source and fluctuations of your inner energy. It then delves into what you can do to free yourself from the habitual thoughts, emotions, and energy patterns that limit your consciousness. Finally, with perfect clarity, this book opens the door to a life lived in the freedom of your innermost being. Wow. So, I honestly, have I began reading this? Yeah, I don't think I have. I read the intro and the acknowledgements. I'm gonna be honest, I read a lot of self-help books last year, as you guys know, because I made a whole video about those. I really loved them, and I still do, but at the end of the day, I feel like they all kind of relay the same message, just put differently. So I'm a little hesitant because I feel as though I know what this is gonna say, but it's a good reminder to receive, and I feel like I could use hearing a message like this right now. So I'm giving it a shot. Oh, I can show you this. So actually the bookmark that I'm using is from a brand that sent me a ring called 1107 Jewelry. They drew me, which I thought was really cute, so I didn't want to get rid of it. So I'm using it as a bookmark. So we have Part 1, Awakening Consciousness. Chapter 1, The Voice Inside Your Head. Shoot, I can't remember her name. What is her name? Darn, here she comes. What is it, Sally Sue? She just told me yesterday. What's the matter with me? This is gonna be embarrassing. In case you haven't noticed, you have a mental dialogue going on inside of your head that never stops. It just keeps going and going. Have you ever wondered why it talks in there? How does it decide what to say and when to say it? How much of what it says turns out to be true? How much of what it says is even important? And if right now you are hearing, I don't know what you're talking about, I don't have any voice inside my head, that's the voice we're talking about. If you're smart, you'll take the time to step back, examine this voice, and get to know it a little better. The problem is, you're too close to be objective. You have to step back and watch it converse. While you're driving, you hear internal conversations like, wasn't I supposed to call Fred? I should have. Oh my God, I can't believe I forgot. He's gonna be so mad. He may never talk to me again. Maybe I should stop and call him right now. No, I don't want to stop the car right now. Notice that the voice takes both sides of the conversation. It doesn't care which side it takes, just as long as it gets to keep on talking. When you're tired and trying to sleep, it's the voice inside your head that says, "What am I doing? I can't go to sleep yet. I forgot to call Fred. I remembered in the car, but I didn't call. Oh, if I don't call now, wait, it's too late. I shouldn't call him now. I don't even know why I thought about it. I need to fall asleep. Oh shoot, now I can't fall asleep. I'm not tired anymore, but I have a big day tomorrow and I gotta get up early. No wonder you can't sleep. Why do you even tolerate that voice talking to you all the time? Even if what it's saying is soothing and nice, it's disturbing everything you're doing." Damn. You know, I understand what this is saying, but I feel like something I've been struggling with recently, if I'm gonna be really real, is having no voice inside my head. So much has happened in the past year and a half. I just feel like I don't really have an internal dialogue anymore because I thought so much. Last year I stressed out so much. I imagined every terrible thing imaginable. And now I feel like my brain is like, whew, empty, no thoughts. Which is a good thing, but I kind of miss my internal dialogue. So this isn't entirely relatable for me right now, although I do feel like when I have anxiety, for example, my mind can race. It's not even like my mind races though, it's like I feel the sensation of being worried and my brain will fill it in with a reason to be worried. But the anxiety always comes before the reason, if that makes sense. Anyway, I feel like this chapter is talking too much about sleeping and not sleeping. It might be barring you from getting a proper night's sleep. But I think that was enough anyway. If you enjoyed, please leave a like if you're still awake. And I would love to hear your thoughts about the books, about what this book was saying, about what you guys have been up to lately while I've been away studying. And yeah, just about anything you want to tell me. And let me know if you miss the rings, because I can bring those back. Anyway, I love you guys a whole lot. I'm always thinking about you guys in one way or another. And I'm hoping that you guys are well. Life has been interesting, to say the least, and sorry that I've been away. It's just, I feel like time really gets away from me sometimes. Months will go by and I'll be like, wait. But yeah, thank you for listening. And I hope you sleep well, or have a great day, or have a great night, whatever it may be. Good night. Love you.